Hello, my name's Julie and this is Stamp with Julie Baum. Today you have found me at my Saturday series called Simply Saturday. And so in this episode I'm going to show you how to make a fast and easy card. Like this could be a speed card. I really wanted to try a stamp set that I've had for a short time, but I've never even opened it up. And that's this one. It's called Planted Paradise. And it's a little bit unique in that this is one of our handful of stamp sets where the stamps themselves are reversible. So this same stamp, which these are shown reduced. So here's the size of the stamp. All right, there you can see. All right, so there's that big round pot. So if you stamp with the stamp in one orientation, you're going to get with the little decorative part. Or if you mount the stamp the other way on the block, you're going to just get the shape. So I thought that was kind of fun. But for fast and easy, I thought let's grab a pot and a plant and we're going to put some words on it and be done. So let's get started. All right, so as I pulled my stamps, I have this kind of square-ish pot that I'm imagining is going to kind of look like a terracotta pot. And I don't really know if I am going to want Cajun Craze or copper clay. So I'm going to do one of each and we're going to decide from there and then we'll just wrap it up and finish the card. What makes this card so fast and easy, aside from the super simple stamping that we're going to do, is the fact that I'm starting with a note card. Note cards come in a pack with envelopes, and it makes it so fast and easy because there's no cutting, no measuring. You just grab a note card, decorate it, and go. Comes with the envelopes, and these are a little bit smaller than our typical size cards that we create, but it's very nice for a little note card that you're going to send. So that's what we're using. All right, so let's see if we want Cajun Craze for the pot. We'll try that first. And again, this is a brand new stamp set. So with that in mind, I'm going to take a piece of scratch paper and just stamp a time or two. Sometimes there's almost like a film on the stamps when they're brand new, and you can see that first image was kind of mottled and then it's getting better as we go. So I'm going to clean it and then ink it up one more time. And we'll decide if we like Cajun Craze. Okay, I want to see what it looks like on cardstock. So here's a scrap. Okay, that looks good. It's a little off, but that's okay. That's not the one we're using. We're just trying to determine the color. Okay, so I'm going to clean my stamp and set Cajun Craze aside. Now let's try copper clay. And, ooh, they are very similar. Look how similar they are on the scratch paper. Cajun Craze, copper clay. Let me see what it looks like on the cardstock. Our ink always stamps better on cardstock than on copy paper. So this is good if you're just trying to get an idea, but if you really want to see what it's going to look like, you kind of got to stamp it on a scrap of cardstock. Okay, so copper clay is definitely browner. I am going to go with Cajun Craze. So thanks for watching me while I did that little experiment. We can move these out of the way. You know, the other thing, because this is a photopolymer stamp, I might even get a better image if I pull out my Stampin' Pierce mat. So let's do one last experiment with that. Okay, now remember, the time clock for this card has not started yet because I'm doing all these little experiments first. I'll tell you when you can start so you can see the speed card that I'm doing today. Okay, let's see if we got all the things right. We did. A beautiful stamped image, a great color, looks like a terracotta pot. Let's begin. Okay, so I have my note card, and what I'm envisioning is my pot with the little plant in it, and it's not going to be a very big image when we're finished. And then I have this word stamp that says hello, and it is from the stamp set called Simply Said. I think this is a fantastic little stamp set that everybody needs in their collection. Look at all of the normal and everyday phrases that you get in there. I'm going to be reaching for this time and time again. Okay, so let's put the pot on, or the planter. Is this a pot or a planter? Okay, I don't want to go too low because I'm afraid that my plant and pot image is going to be down here and the words are going to be floating in the air. So I'm going to come up higher than I originally envisioned. All right, here we go. There's our pot. Yay! Okay, now I'm just going to use this little stamp that has the 3 leaves. That's going to be my plant. Although, as you can see, there's so many leaves and shoots coming up. You could really create a gorgeous looking plant or combination of plants, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But Fast and Easy says 1 stamp. Okay, as I'm getting ready to do this, I'm going to hit the pause button because this new stamp, I need to give it a time or two to get its mojo going. Okay, and clean it. I hope you'll take the time to do that when you have a brand new stamp. Otherwise, you go right onto your beautiful card stock, and if it's not great, it's kind of because you skipped a step. All right, that's been warmed up, so to speak. All right, and as I'm getting, we can unpause now. As I'm getting back to my card and I'm going to put these leaves on here, I already know, because I've been stamping for a long time, that the best way to do this is going to be to ask a little Post-it note for some assistance. So I'm going to grab my Post-it note. Now, what I'm going to do is lay this right across the top edge of my pot. That way, when I stamp my plant, I don't have to worry about messing up and having the plant come down here and show on the pot. So I'm just masking off my pot. I can still see it through here, so that's going to help me line it up in the center. Here we go. This is with Garden Green. Now I can stamp a tiny bit onto my Post-it. It won't matter at all. In fact, it's going to make the image look just exactly as it should. So now I can move this and ta-da! My plant is inside my card. Now, I just picked up some green ink from somewhere. You can see it right there. We're going to pretend that that didn't happen. We don't have time to fix mistakes today or do it over. I will probably use my sand eraser and see if I can blur that out a little bit. Okay, let's take Boho Blue and our hello stamp and simply put hello right here. Cute. Okay, now it does need a little something, so let's take some linen thread. I'm going to take a piece of this. We're going to tie a bow. But what I'm going to do is first straighten this out a bit. I'm kind of thinking that should have been just the same green instead of pulling in a third color. What do you think? Should we switch it? Let's switch it. Okay, we're going to pretend that we're starting over. I have my Cajun Craze. I have my plant with my Garden Green. Got to stick that Post-it on there. By the way, when you make a mask like this, make sure you use a Post-it or maybe a piece of copy paper. If you put a piece of cardstock right here, it's too thick and you're going to end up with a funky line. Okay, my plant is in place again. And And let's stick with green for my hello. And you know what? I think we might put a few hellos. Let's do 3. I like it so much better. Okay, back to our linen thread. I'm going to tie a bow. And then, come on, a little tiny bow. All right, I'm going to pull on the ends and the loops just to get it evened out the way I want it. I do want it tiny. Almost. There we go. Okay, there's our tiny little bow, and look, it's going to go right here and just give a little pizzazz to our very simple card. I think a package of 4 of these along with some envelopes would make a cute gift for somebody. All right, I'm going to pull my glue dot off using my take your pick tool, kind of ball it up a little bit and stick it right here where I want it. And attach my bow. Like so. The words could also have been done in Cajun Craze. I just didn't think that the blue was necessary. So that's why we switched as we went along. All right, let's trim this. I'm going to leave those tails kind of long though. I think it looks cute. And there you have a super simple, this is a beginner stamping note card, which you can do with only 2 colors of ink and your stamp set and your words. Thanks so much for watching the Simply Saturday episode. I will put some information for you below this video in that description box. And until next time, happy stamping.